Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it. We're going to start this guy off by gifting a bunch of memberships to the channel. As we do every month. Abraham Lincoln. So we're going to try again. We had some issues with OBS. The other day, kind of blew things completely. Apologize for anybody who was in that stream. It just kind of, the wheels just fell off. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. It's an encoding issue with OBS. I don't know if anybody else here is on Mac and has these kind of problems. It's just the way it is, unfortunately. So congrats to all these people getting the Cat 5 sponsorship things. I think I mentioned the other day, we're on the wait list for Unbound. Hopefully that'll come to be. Thanks again for Pookie Butt for wheeling us in there. We got our chats up. We're doing things a little bit different. We'll see how it all sort of works out. So we got like 26 minutes before the race starts. It's going to go a nice chill pace, hang out. I mean, I know what to expect course-wise now. It was pretty fast-paced the other day, actually. It's not going to be a slow series. There was a good chunk of people in that race. Not as busy as Zwift Games, but still a good chunk. And they were definitely going to go fast when the wheels sort of fell off the bike. I had just caught up to the main group and somebody actually decided to break off. There was a group of two breaking off, so. And I mean, the pace was pretty fast and furious. Not gonna lie. Probably, honestly, a little faster than I would have liked it. But that's racing for you. It's always gonna be faster than you probably want it to actually be. Unless you are the one dictating the pace. In which case, it might not be going fast enough. Who knows? Well, that appears like it's not going to work. Or it will if I dock stuff in a weird way. Am I going to dock there? No. There we go. All right, I can see the chat. There we go. We got chat windows, we got all sorts of stuff. Now we're cooking. As long as it continues to work. Oh my God. All this stuff is just too crazy. My OBS screen is like super tiny now. Pretty funny. But I can see the chats. I can see the chit chat. If you are there, please do drop something in just to make sure that I am actually seeing what I think I'm seeing. It's been kind of a battle with OBS for the last, I want to say, week. And it's still kind of giving me issues. At least I kind of know what it is. I just gotta restart everything. It's kind of really super weird. It's like it doesn't get it. Hopefully this go round, when I shut things down, it maybe plays a little nicer. I don't know. It just seems to get confused with the processing of the video. And I'm not sure why, but I guess at the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, I guess we could always simplify things, but I don't think that's going to make a difference. Maybe in the next update. I don't know. You'll have to start submitting bug reports and all sorts of stuff. Hey, Tragic Happy Hour, thanks for joining us. Stream is good on this end. That's good, that's good. Like I said, we'll see how it kind of progresses. Last race, it just kind of crapped out mid-race, and there's nothing you can do when it does it. There's no rejoining, there's no nothing. It becomes an encoder error. And then when you log back in, it's an encoder error, and then you got to restart. It's so weird. It's such a weird thing. It's like you got to start OBS, close it down, restart it, and then do it all again. I don't know. You're racing today, Tragic? Or are you just here to watch the race? We got like 19 minutes before we launch here. And we're just gonna slow pedal here with, what is it, Bernie? Get a few kilometers in prior to, and then ultimately It's go time. It'll be interesting, again, just to see, like normally my normal race is this time on Mondays, which we started, and then it crapped out on lap 2 of 3, which really kind of sucked. But it was fast. It was a fast race. I suspect this will be the same kind of deal, although potentially different group of people. I mean, if most people are like me, it's usually they do it once a week. I know some guys do multiple. They're really chasing that GC, but let's be honest, this time slot is not the outside ride soon. Looking forward to the Reverse Glasgow next week. Yeah, that is going to be a very interesting course. I have a feeling it's going to be kind of a similar situation to me with Reverse Dolphin. I'm probably not going to like it as much. I like the big punch up, the Clyde kicker. Works well for me. I've got that figured out. I think the long drag uphill for a good chunk of that lap it's going to be a little taxing on people in a weird kind of way. You know, a lot of it's going to be that kind of 1-2% that you can feel, but not so much, and people are going to push the pace, and then you're going to hit some ups. I think it's going to be challenging. It's going to be challenging in a race for the first time, just because you're not going to know exactly what to do, and you know, it'll make the first few races interesting as well, because I'm not sure everybody will have their tactics worked out. I think sort of as you go from the start line, you'll go around, and I'm not even sure where they're launching the pen from. They're probably launching it from the same pen, so it'll be really quickly on course. I'm not sure if that'll count as a lap or it will be the longest lead-in lap possible. You'll have the little down and corner by the church, and you'll be right to up, pretty much, right away. It's going to be on the gas faster, and it's going to be hard because Zwift, with its very fast starts, I don't think the pace is going to cool before the first up. So, I mean, you may see separation for people very early on, which will be interesting. But I mean, that's definitely the part of the course that is going to be the very hard part. I think is sort of from the blue car where you make that left and you're going to have to go up, and then it's a gradual up, and it's got kind of those bumps. That's going to be the tough part of that course. Then you got a quick down and up. I don't think that's going to be terribly challenging. You know, it's going to be very similar to doing it from the Clyde side, just the opposite way. And then the Clyde's going to be kind of all the way down. And then you're going to get to a point where you're at the bottom after, I think, the second corner where it would kind of split out to go to like the rest of Scotland. And then you've got kind of a small up from there. And so you're going to start riding up and up and up and up. So I think it's going to be challenging for everybody. To the same extent, it's nice to have a new crick course, and it'll be fun. And I'm sure it will be a good time overall. What do we got? We got like 14 minutes to go. Make sure we get the companion ad up here. I can't keep track of the pace partner that I'm supposed to be following. I think I'm going either way too slow or way too hard. Just not paying attention. trying to get all these stream metrics in, making sure everything looks good. Which for now, knock on wood, is the case. But that's what it looked like yesterday. But since yesterday, what I did is I updated all the Mac OS, so the most current OS. I upgraded OBS. I do that, and I've had a tendency to go back just because it was kind of clunky. It seems, hopefully, to be doing okay. It still kind of has a weird error thing. I don't know what causes it, and I've looked for kind of answers and not really getting anything. And all I get for a response is people, it's like, well, I just restart my computer, which is great. But, you know, if things crash, it sucks. Hey, Zwifty, thanks, man, appreciate it. Hopefully we will stay connected today. That's the first challenge of this race, is just being connected for an entire race and have things go to plan. Thanks, man. It's it's up to OBS if it stays that way, though. I tell you, man, it's been frustrating. It's definitely got some issues with me right now, and I don't know. It's not loving life on the computer, so I don't know what the deal is. We're gonna have to figure something out or revert back to an older version or something. I don't know. It's I mean, I'm a house full of Macs, so I don't really have a lot of options here. So we'll see. Every time I watch Doom Guy's stream, though, I'll tell you, man, like, I get PC envy with what he's doing with his stream. He's doing some awesome stuff. And the software that he's using, I would love to use it, but they don't make it for Mac. So I generally prefer the Zwift UI because I know where the stuff is, but it seems intuitively and everything clear. Nice. Yeah, I just try to keep it as close to the original as possible. I just like being that little bit different, I guess, is kind of the thing. It's, you know, there's a lot of people riding and racing and all that kind of stuff, and I think it's good to have kind of a little bit of a different look. When you see Zwifty, like, if you look at my gradient at the top bar there, like, I mean, it's quite large. And I understand what you're saying. If you rely totally on the map gradient, like, that's way too small, way too small. What I do like about it, though, is that when you compare what you would see on the Zwift hub, like right now at 0.1%, now we're down to 0, but you wouldn't see these at all on Zwift up till about, I think, once it turns 0.5, then you'll kind of see it. But there is actually, like Tempest Fugit, there is that gradient here that a lot of people don't realize, and I didn't realize for the longest time, because it doesn't feel like much. If anything, you might feel it a little bit, but, you know, and just knowing those little things, I mean, is that a tactical advantage? If everybody thinks they're riding 0 and it's actually, you know, just under 0.5%, and you just give it a little gas, who knows? What do we got? We got 27 in the pin. Yeah, I think you definitely feel it. Like, there's definitely times before I did the whole sauce thing that you could definitely feel like you started working a bit harder, even though it was flat. And it's interesting because intuitively, you know, like, if you're keeping the same cadence and the same power, and it's the same gradient, and all of a sudden it starts feeling different, your body's pretty sensitive to that stuff. It's 100% a thing, right? Now, sometimes we might dismiss it as like, oh, I'm just like getting tired or whatever the case may be. You know, in real life, the difference between, exactly, 100%, 100%. It's funny. It's just, you know, intuitively you'll know it. You know, and it's like you said, it's like the real world as well. Sometimes, you know, the real world's deceptive as well. Like, that's why false flats are a thing. You can definitely start to feel it. You'll definitely notice it. It'll jump up on you. It's because your body likes homeostasis. I mean, no matter what it is, weight, speed, power, distance, all that kind of stuff, your body likes to settle into a place and kind of stay consistently there for as long as possible. And that can be an uncomfortable place too. I mean, it's sometimes with pain will be strong and it'll dissipate as the body just becomes accustomed to it. It's not like things have gotten better. It's just your body's like, okay, this is our new normal now. We're gonna back off on the warning signals a bit. And that's kind of it. Hey, shut up legs. If it's there, Zwift HUD should just have a decimal place for it all. They should. They absolutely should. But they don't. They absolutely don't. Zwift just sometimes, I think, takes a while to get things going. I mean, we can complain about a lot of things about Zwift, but we all love it. And number two, let's be honest, the biggest thing is maintaining servers that run well and all that kind of stuff, which I'm sure is bigger issues than most of the stuff that we complain about. I mean, I will take stable servers every single day of the week versus a new add into the game. Even if it's like the thing that I want the most out of a game. It's 100%. And it's funny, you know, sometimes, and I can tell you from doing stuff with the sauce thing and OBS, and sometimes you make one small change. And I did some coding stuff with some stuff that I wanted to do, and I literally broke everything. And I think that's what I've been dealing with, is the repercussions of my actions. I think the thing is I'm best at is not pedaling when it's not needed. Oh, 100%, man. You are the master of that. You know, and saving that energy is a huge thing. And you prove that over and over and over again. It's, I still have a bad habit of wanting to do what I do, and that's push up front and be the big wind block. Only to fall off later on, which I do in real life as well. But yeah, I mean, it's always a work in progress. I know that the Everyday Zwifter was saying he was having some issues with Zwift as well. Like I said, I think mine mostly stems from my own issues with OBS and being on the Mac in terms of ecosystem. But, you know, as long as we can get through these streams, knock on wood, without anything catastrophic, it's all good. It's just, you know, it's tough. It's tough because there's things that I want to add in that I know can cause some potential problems, so I want to make sure that other things are stable before I start messing around. Although I have been with some good advice from Doom Guy, saving my past setup so I can revert back to it, because I've had some things just break for no apparent reason. And again, that could be me doing things that have repercussions later, but it's just kind of how things have gone. Yet the mantra of not pedaling is in my head a lot during races. Even in my breakaway race yesterday solo, my power was up and down like. So what you're saying, Zwifty, is TTT, consistent, you know, the mantra there, you know, fast is smooth and smooth is fast is not what you're going for. I think a lot of things would change if there were actual collision dynamics, but we don't even want to get into that because that would be an absolute nightmare. Have a good one, man. Thanks for dropping in, Zwifty. Appreciate it. We'll catch you later. Have a good sleep. I know you get up super early, my dude. And you're probably up, well, you're up super late. It's what, 11 o'clock there? Or 12 o'clock? I'm not sure how the time change affected things. We got like 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go. We got 3 laps. Like I said, I did basically 2 laps the other day before everything came to a crashing end. Hopefully that will not be the situation this time around. Yeah, it's nonsense. Even physics says keep oscillating your power. Yeah, I've been up 21 hours. Get some sleep, my dude. Get some sleep. So as is tradition, we've gone with the Venge and Disc. You see some Tron here. This, even though the route we're going, because we're going to turn right at the end of the Pens, and we're going to head down underneath. I mean, it's kind of a long, flat, but not so flat up. You turn around and then it's back the same way. It'll be interesting the first, I want to say first lap is probably going to be way faster than I want it. And the problem is, I didn't change, like I said, a race. Today's usually my rest day. And by rest day, I mean rest day off the bike. So I'm really kind of probably pushing things by doing this, but that's okay. And to boot, we've got two weight workouts in front of this. So it's, I did the first one last night and then an early morning one this morning. So with squats and all that kind of stuff. So there's already a good amount of fatigue in my legs, but that's okay. You know, it's, there's that balance. I like to have a little bit of work in my legs before we get going. Not quite 50. And we're off. Get prepared to hit that button there, Rob. Just for you. Like I said, to a lot of people, this won't seem like up, but it's up. Well, it's very hard to take the puncher out of me. Whew. Oh. Top 10.
JD, you're a Marine. What the hell was that? Get your sorry ass back into boot camp. Stat.
Oh. Whew. Thanks. Thanks, Rob. Well, best listen to Doom Guy and get back to training a little harder. I felt that could have gone better. Thanks, Zwifty, for the coaching. Yeah. Yeah, I always need that reminder not to push on the downhills. I'm so programmed to push the front, and it doesn't work well for Zwift. But now I'll take it top 10. I mean, 2 seconds out, I should have maybe started a bit earlier, dropped that steamroller a bit earlier. Maybe we would have jumped a couple more places. I was glad we brought those 5 guys back, though. I mean, that's a win. I honestly thought when I pushed on the front there I was going to go, but I figured I would just do what I normally do, which is pull the entire group back and then get crushed in the sprint. So I just kind of eased off. It's got to tell myself that sometimes you know, let other people do some work versus yourself. Thanks, Easy. Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure where to start that. I just saw that Rob said after the turn, or in the downhill in the turn, which probably would have been the better spot. I think it went a bit later than that, but not bad considering. Like I said, pre-stream, I mean, Easy knows that I raced half of this yesterday before we had a giant crash on the computer, and then the stream died, and that was it. And we were kind of in the same spot we were here. We were with the main group. Find on that first lap, people really kind of push that. And then once you reconnect, they kind of realize, I think, that they're not going to drop everybody there, so they kind of back off a little bit for the last couple. So that's good. And then, yeah, like I said, we got stuff up and running. And then I had two workouts, including squat day. So my glutes and my quads are killing me anyways. So I'm not gonna, these aren't excuses. It's just, just the reality of the situation. Tuesday's normally my rest day, which most of you know, unless it's WTRL, and then Wednesday's my rest day. So I just wanted to make up for yesterday's stream because I was kind of really disappointed with what happened. But awesome, guys. I appreciate everybody dropping in and taking in. Glad you all got to witness Doom Guy's arrival on the stream. We always appreciate his input on the races and what he's got to say, being the power man that he is. Rob, again, appreciate the coaching. Easy, appreciate it as well. Thanks for dropping in again. Did you race yet? Have you done yours? You did, because I watched yours. What am I talking about? You did yours probably early morning, because I watched it this morning. or late last night. It would be late last night for me, probably midday for you. Time zones, they're not my strong suit. But yeah, I mean, you did awesome in yours. It was great to see. So yeah, appreciate it, guys. If you haven't done so already for the stream, do smash that like button. We will be back later in the week. We'll pick another race. We will probably do the crits on Saturday again. It was good. The guy that actually runs the Rhino crits dropped in the stream on Saturday. So he's looking for feedback. He mentioned that he's looking to do a race with a couple teams, including Kaboom. So that's awesome. So Rhino, Kaboom, another team, which is good to see. And he's looking for input on the crit series, which takes place on Saturdays, Rhino Racing. So thanks, guys. Until next time, see ya.